Joseph fighting Joe Wheeler, September 10, 1836, January 25, 1906, was a prominent military commander and politician, best known for his service as a cavalry general in the Confederate States Army during the American Civil War, and later, as a general in the United States Army during the Spanish-American and Philippine-American Wars. His career spanned significant conflicts and political roles, making him a unique figure in American history. Pre-Civil War service. After graduating, Wheeler was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Regiment of Mounted Rifles and served in the New Mexico Territory, where he earned the nickname Fighting Joe during a skirmish with Native Americans while protecting a wagon train. Joseph fighting Joe Wheeler's service in the Confederate States Army during the American Civil War, 1861 to 1865, was marked by his rapid rise from a junior officer to a major general commanding cavalry forces in the Western Theater, known for his aggressive tactics, relentless energy, and leadership in over 500 skirmishes and 127 battles. Wheeler became one of the Confederacy's most prominent cavalry commanders, often compared to Jeb Stuart. Below is a detailed account of his Civil War service, focusing on his roles, key engagements, promotions, and challenges. Confederate service, 1861 resignation from U.S. Army when the Civil War began. Wheeler, a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army, resigned his commission on April 22, 1861, to join the Confederate cause. Aligning with his native Georgia, despite his northern family ties, he was commissioned as a first lieutenant in the Georgia Militia Artillery and stationed at Pensacola Bay, Florida, under General Braxton Bragg. Wheeler helped construct coastal defenses, earning Bragg's confidence through his professionalism and discipline. Early Infantry Command, 1861 to 1862, 19th Alabama Infantry. In September, Wheeler was promoted to colonel and given command of the newly formed 19th Alabama Infantry Regiment in the Army of Mississippi, later Army of Tennessee. Battle of Shiloh, April 6 to 7th, 1862. Wheeler's first major engagement was at Shiloh, Tennessee, where he led his regiment in combat. On the second day, he skillfully covered the Confederate retreat under General P.G.T. Beauregard after the death of General Albert Sidney Johnston, earning praise for his composure under pressure, cavalry, and rise to prominence. 1862 to 1863 Cavalry Command, July 1862, recognizing his aptitude for mobile warfare. Wheeler transferred to the cavalry, taking command of the 2nd Cavalry Brigade in Bragg's army. His skills in scouting, raiding, and screening troop movements suited the cavalry's role. Confederate Heartland Offensive, June-October, 1862, during Bragg's invasion of Kentucky. Wheeler's cavalry conducted reconnaissance and harassed Union forces under General Don Carlos Buell at the Battle of Perryville. October 8, 1862, Wheeler's rearguard actions protected the Confederate withdrawal, preventing a rout. His performance led to his promotion to Brigadier General on October 30, 1862. Chief of Cavalry. October 1862, Wheeler was appointed Chief of Cavalry for the Army of Tennessee, overseeing all cavalry operations under Bragg. At age 26, he was one of the youngest senior officers in the Confederacy. Campaigns and battles. Battle of Stones River, December 31, 1862, January 3, 1863, Wheeler's cavalry played a critical role in this Tennessee campaign. He led a series of daring raids behind Union lines, targeting supply lines and disrupting General William S. Rosecrans's Army of the Cumberland. On December 29 to 30, 1862, Wheeler's forces circled the entire Union Army, destroying hundreds of supply wagons and capturing over 700 prisoners. His attack at Harpeth Shoals, January 12 to 13, 1863, destroyed 3 Union steamboats and captured 400 prisoners. Wheeler's actions earned him the thanks of the Confederate Congress and a promotion to Major General on January 20, 1863, making him commander of a cavalry corps at age 26. Tullahoma Campaign, June-July, 1863. Wheeler's corps was tasked with screening Confederate movements and delaying Union advances. However, his deployment was criticized as ineffective, contributing to the Confederate retreat from Middle Tennessee. Rivalry with Nathan Bedford Forrest, tensions arose when Bragg reassigned some of Forrest's troops to Wheeler's command. Forrest, a brilliant but independent cavalry leader, refused to serve under Wheeler, famously threatening to kill him and resigning his position. This rivalry highlighted Wheeler's challenges in managing strong personalities. Battle of Chickamauga, September 19–20, 1863. Wheeler commanded the cavalry on the Confederate left flank, providing critical intelligence and protecting the army's position. His forces helped secure the Confederate victory by screening movements and pursuing retreating Union troops. Anderson's Crossroads raid, October to 1863. Following Chickamauga, Wheeler led a daring raid on a Union supply train at Anderson's Crossroads, Tennessee, destroying over 700 wagons and capturing hundreds of mules. This disrupted Union logistics during the Chattanooga siege, earning Wheeler further acclaim. Chattanooga campaign, October–November 1863. Wheeler's cavalry continued to harass Union forces besieging Chattanooga. However, his effectiveness was limited by growing Union numerical superiority and improved cavalry under General George Thomas. Atlanta Campaign and Sherman's March 1864, as General William T. Sherman's Union forces advanced through Georgia. Wheeler's cavalry was tasked with delaying and disrupting their movements. Outnumbered and outgunned, Wheeler's forces fought a series of rearguard actions and raids. Carolina's campaign, February–April 1865. In the war's final months, Wheeler's corps operated in the Carolinas, attempting to slow General Sherman's advance. Allegations surfaced that his troops engaged in plundering, particularly in South Carolina, leading to a Confederate investigation. Capture and end of the war, May 1865, covering Jefferson Davis's flight. In May 1865, as the Confederacy collapsed, Wheeler helped escort Confederate President Jefferson Davis during his attempt to flee Union forces. Capture. Wheeler was captured near Atlanta, Georgia, on May 9, 1865, by Union troops. He was imprisoned at Fort Delaware and held until June 8, 1865. When he was released after taking an oath of allegiance to the United States. Military record and assessment engagements. Wheeler participated in over 500 skirmishes and 127 battles, was wounded 3 times, and had 16 horses shot from under him. His relentless activity earned him the nickname Fighting Joe and praise from General Robert E. Lee, who ranked him alongside Jeb Stuart as one of the Confederacy's top cavalry commanders. Strengths: Wheeler excelled in rapid mobile warfare, conducting raids, gathering intelligence, and covering retreats. His youth and energy made him a dynamic leader, and his loyalty to Bragg and the Army of Tennessee was unwavering. Legacy in the Civil War. Wheeler's contributions were vital to the Army of Tennessee's operations, particularly in delaying Union advances and disrupting supply lines. However, the Confederacy's dwindling resources and internal divisions limited his overall impact. Joseph Fighting Joe Wheeler's military record during the American Civil War, 1861 to 1865, as a Confederate cavalry general is notable for its intensity and breadth. Wheeler fought in over 500 skirmishes and 127 battles, a remarkable tally that reflects his constant activity as a cavalry commander. These figures include minor raids, reconnaissance missions, and major battles. Promotions and commands. April 1861. Commissioned as a first lieutenant in the Georgia Militia Artillery, serving at Pensacola Bay under General Braxton Bragg. September 1861. Promoted to colonel of the 19th Alabama Infantry Regiment. Army of Mississippi, later Army of Tennessee. July 1862, transferred to cavalry, commanding the 2nd Cavalry Brigade. October 30, 1862, promoted to brigadier general and appointed chief of cavalry for the Army of Tennessee, overseeing all cavalry operations. January 20, 1863, promoted to major general after his performance at Stones River, commanding a cavalry corps. February 1865, possibly promoted to lieutenant general, though this rank was likely not confirmed by the Confederate Congress due to the war's end. Battle of Shiloh, April 6 to 7, 1862, as colonel of the 19th Alabama Infantry. Wheeler covered the Confederate retreat on the second day, preventing a rout under General P.G.T. Beauregard. His steady leadership in his first major battle showcased his potential Confederate Heartland Offensive 1862, commanding the 2nd Cavalry Brigade. Wheeler conducted reconnaissance and harassed Union forces during Bragg's Kentucky invasion. At the Battle of Perryville, October 8, 1862, his rearguard actions protected the Confederate withdrawal, earning him promotion to Brigadier General. Battle of Stones River, December 31, 1862, January 3, 1863, as Chief of Cavalry. Wheeler led raids behind Union lines, circling General William S. Rosecrans's army and destroying hundreds of supply wagons. On January 12 to 13, 1863, his attack at Harpeth Shoals burned 3 Union steamboats and captured 400 prisoners. Battle of Chickamauga, September 19 to 20, 1863. Wheeler's cavalry guarded the Confederate left flank, providing critical intelligence and pursuing retreating Union forces after the Confederate victory. Anderson's Crossroads Raid, October 2, 1863, Wheeler destroyed over 700 Union supply wagons, tightening the Confederate siege of Chattanooga. Atlanta Campaign, May-September 1864, facing General William T. Sherman's superior forces. Cavalry conducted rearguard actions and raids. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more military, Navy, and geopolitical updates.